shot, scores! Shayla advancing. Alexandra Ortega, shot, scores! Shot, rebound, scores! Zeigler, here we go, shot, scores! Evan Zeigler makes this game 4-1. Shot, scores! Following the cover. She'll shoot it to the net again. And it makes its way in. Scores! Off the head. And in! Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to TJK Network. My name is Tyler Kasperzak, reporting to you live the state sectional semifinals, the rematch from last year, Pequannock versus Waldwick. Both of these teams are going to fight hard today, and Pequannock looking forward to trying to take back the penalty kick loss from last season that ended them. That score was a 5-4 loss on the PKs. This year, though, Pequannock is the #1 seed, and they will be hosting this game, as last year this was at Waldwick. This year, Waldwick currently right now has a 14-3 record, and they are the #5 seed. And Pequannock right now with the record of 18-1, most wins ever. Let's go over our current bracket. So as you can see, it's a little zoomed out, but here's the current bracket. Pequannock, the #1 seed, playing the #5 seeded Waldwick team. Also, there was a little upset there with the #2 seed of Glenrock against Lenape Valley. As Lenape Valley is the #7 seed, they upset Glenrock 2-0, and now the 6 and 7 seed will play in the semifinal. So that is your matchup for the current bracket. And here is your starting goalkeeper for today's game. And that is #0, Zoe Wisner. She's been on her game with a record of 18 wins, 1 loss, no ties, a total count of 110 saves, averaging 5.79. And her save percentage is a .924, with her averaging a goals against average of 0.47. So there's all your stats coming into this game. And of course, Aiden Garcia joining us for the first half, and Jason Crow will be coming for the second half. And before we start here, do you have any takes on this matchup from the rematch of last year?
Should be a good matchup considering it was pretty competitive last year, I believe.
Yeah.
And considering how competitive Pequannock has been against their past 2 opponents.
Yeah. Pequannock coming off the 8-1 victory in the first round against Midland Park, and they got to play their rival team Kinnelon in the second round, defeating them with a score of 5-1. And now this is when the gritty stuff begins and the real serious stuff, as now we are in the semifinals. Of course, Pequannock hosting the entire playoff run. Your starting goalkeeper for Waldwick will be #1. I think her last name is Nocito. Carolina Nocito. And here they are getting on the field. As kickoff will begin shortly. Grandma, say hi to him. You say hi to him. Just yell his name. Ready for this game? It's going to be a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the kickoff. Pequannock in the blue, Waldwick in the white. Welcome to the NJSIAA State Sectional Semifinal here on TJK Network. This one will go up high and make its way to Waldwick. Samantha Cunha will kick this one up high and out of bounds. Ball is brought back into play and kicked up high. On the rush is Pequannock battling one-on-one with the defense. And they will steer this one out. And it'll be taken back in Pequannock zone with Van Letten to kick this one back in to Waldwick's zone. Ortega was right by it as the ball will go out of bounds. Past the line. This will be Pequannock's ball with Cunha bringing this one back in. Ortega brings this one to the net, and it will trickle behind the net left side of Nocido. And this one will be kicked out to center. Currently, Pequannock will bring this one back in. Brought up high again. Off the head of Addie Van Letten. This one made its way out of bounds, and Pequannock brings this one back in, that being Samantha Cunha. This one will go off the head of Ortega, and Waldwick plays this one out of bounds. They will kick this one out in the process. Brought into Waldwick's zone and makes its way out of bounds again. Brought back into play. Battle for at the net. Here it is. Shot. It's blocked. And a couple legs get in the way there. And Pequannock already doing their first offensive rush here. Pretty solid start. Pequannock will get a corner kick. That being Shayla Osmanski. Here's the kick from Osmanski. Deflected. Scores! Panthers get on the board. And this game is now 1-0 Pequannock. Let's take a look at that replay for you folks. Great play. I'm not sure who that was specifically, but Shayla Osmanski with the assist. And here we go. Panthers now with the lead. And this one will go out of bounds. Pequannock brings this one back in, but it will go out of bounds. Brought back in. And it makes its way by the net, but no one there for the Panthers. This one will go out of bounds again, and it will be Waldwick to play this one. Brought back in by Waldwick. Shayla Osmanski bringing this one in. It's given to Caitlin Ziegler. Shot from Shayla Osmanski is kind of blocked. Wasn't that powerful of a shot, but Pequannock trying to get some shot attempts here. And this one's brought back in on the side with Riley DeCumber with it. Riley DeCumber gets this one through. And it makes its way back to Katrina McMahon. Rachel Cunningham battling for it, and this one's kicked out of bounds by Waldwick, resulting in the Panthers to have the ball still. Brought back in, it makes its way to Emily Ziegler. And right now, Rachel Cunningham with it. She'll take it back a little bit to Samantha Cunha on the side. Cunha brings this one in. This one makes its way to the net, and Nocito will pick this one up. And this one will get kicked out by Nocito. Pequannock tries to bring this one back in. They're getting pressure by the defense. Samantha Cunha on the rush, brings it back in again. Off the head of Ortega, she keeps playing it. And at the corner, this one's kicked out of bounds. And Pequannock awarded another corner kick. Shayla Osmanski will kick for it.
See if they could
Here's the
score off
kick.
of this one like they did last time.
And this one will deflect away. Samantha Cunha with it to the net. And it's picked up by Nocito.
Panthers really holding it on Waldwick's side here for most of the time.
Yeah, Panthers are looking for a revenge season year, if you want to say, as Pequannock was unsatisfied with the PK loss last year and will look to win and make their way to the finals. Brought into Pequannock zone, Katrina McMahon. And she'll play it to Zoe Wisner, or it will trickle to Zoe Wisner, and she will go out of her net and pick that one up safely. Kicked out. Ball loose. Battle for it between Moran and Shayla Osmanski. And Ortega got it, and Cunha tries to pass this one. It's picked off. Karis Blakely with it. And deflected by Caitlin Ziegler. And it'll make its way to Rachel Cunningham. Rachel Cunningham to Addie Van Letten. Off the head of Rachel Cunningham, she'll keep it at center. Waldwick gets this one in as they'll block their way through. Currently with it is Incaravia. I think that's how you say it. Shot. And it's wide on the right side of the net. That was from Haru Tunin. A lot of complex last names on Waldwick. I'll try my best to announce them. Apologize if I am saying their names wrong. Kicked out. Currently with this, Ortega to play that one in. It will go out of bounds. It will be Pequannock's ball. And Sam Cunha brings this one in. It will go off of Emily Ziegler. And refs will officiate this and call it Pequannock's ball. I believe it may have been an offside call. I'm not sure what it was specifically. Actually, I think it was a foul because Pequannock will get a free kick out of this. And that will be Addie Van Letten to take it. Here's the kick. Off the head and away from the net from Waldwick. Waldwick tries to take this one out. It's blocked. And Emily Ziegler tries to get a piece of it, but it's blocked again. And this one's taken out. Samantha Cunha now with this one. tries to bring it in. It gets deflected back to her. She'll take this one to Karis Blakely now. Riley DeCumber battling for it now. Now Rachel Cunningham. And a trip that will result in a Waldwick foul. And the Panthers will get the opportunity to kick this one here. Kicked. And it will make its way out of bounds. And it will be Waldwick with the ball. This one's brought into Pequannock zone. Karis Blakely tries to get this one out. To the net. Off the head. Another shot attempt that's blocked by Blakely. Brought up high. And this one's taken out of bounds. Great defense by Karis Blakely here on the block.
Great defense just by Pequannock in general, keeping the ball somewhat away from the goal.
Caitlin Ziegler gets this one and will take this one out. Now in possession is Levetzuk. And the Panthers will get this one as it will make its way to Zoe Wisner and she'll hold on to it. And Zoe Wisner will take this one out. Battle forward with Shayla Osmansky and Harrow Tunin. Rachel Cunningham on the slide there to Ortega. Ortega to Emily Ziegler. It will actually go past her, but she's on the rush for it. And she'll battle for it as currently Waldwick's with the ball. That was Gramuglia. Or maybe Gramuglia. I'm not sure how to say these last names. Pequannock with this ball, since it went out of bounds. Cunha to bring this one back in. Kicked up high. Not out entirely. And now it's out to center. Van Letten to kick this one back in. On the rush out of the net was Nocito, and she'll pick this one up. This one's kicked into Pequannock zone. Katrina McMahon putting on defensive pressure, and she'll kick this one out of bounds. Battle for it. Currently with it. And Caravia at front. It gets picked off by Van Letten. And now to Riley Chomko. Chomko tries to pass it to Ziegler. It's picked off. But then it's turned over. Back to Pequannock with Caitlin Ziegler. Now Chomko with it. Chomko entering the zone. Chomko gets tripped. No call. And we'll continue to play on here. Kicked up high. Off the head of Karis Blakely as it's brought back to center. And this one will go into Pequannock zone, out of bounds. Brought in to Caitlin Ziegler and kicked by Karis Blakely. Now Rachel Cunningham to play this one in from center. It makes its way to Ortega. Shot. Stopped by Nocito. At center now. And it went out of bounds. McMahon to play this one back in. It's kicked out of bounds again. And McMahon will bring this one back in. Brought in by McMahon. Up front at the net was Rachel Cunningham. It went past her. Shot from Ortega. And it's stopped by Nocito. She'll pick this one up.
Both sides very competitive here, holding each other so far, with Pequannock only leading by 1.
Waldwick is a very solid team. Back to back in getting into the semifinals. Same for Pequannock. But Pequannock looking to change this year and not repeat last year. Great defensive play by Panthers. And they'll take this one out. Riley Chomko. She'll bring this one in. This one's kicked up high. Karis Blakely will play this one in, and it will make its way out of bounds. McMahon to Cunningham. It will go right through, but it will make its way back to Rachel Cunningham. Now bound with it, Emily Ziegler. Shot from the side, it will go behind the net. Picked up high. Battle for it. Osmanski gets this one through to Chomko. Osmanski to Emily Ziegler. And now back to Riley Chomko. Riley Chomko gets this one up front. It's deflected away from the net from the defense of Waldwick. Little physical play there. No call on that. And this one will go out of bounds. Tissue, about to sneeze. This one was kicked out to center and taken out of bounds, and it will be brought back in. This ball makes its way to Riley Chomko. Riley Chomko takes this to Ziegler, and she'll bring this one in, but it's taken right back out. Rachel Cunningham. And now Addie Van Letten. Van Letten battling for this. She'll take this one back to Ortega at center. Another pass back and forth. And Addie brings this, Van Letten brings this one in. It went out of bounds, but Pequannock holds on with the possession. Brought in. It was taken out of bounds again. Pequannock to remain with the possession still. Out of bounds again. This time Waldwick will take it, and they'll bring this one back in. Gramuglia. Who brought that one back in. Battle for it on the sideline. At center. Samantha Cunha trying to battle for it. This one gets through and taken in Pequannock's zone. Karis Blakely. Trying to battle for it. Put defensive pressure. Shot. It's blocked by Blakely, and it will be taken out. That shot was from Jennifer Kawash. Ball makes its way to Katrina McMahon. She tries to take this one out. It's blocked by number 26, Kyra Rathua Theron, I think that's how you say it. Rahula Theron, I think. Only in Waldwick. Taken out. Off the head of Addie Van Letten. It makes play. Shayla Osmanski. She kicks this one out. Now Rachel Cunningham with the battle. Addie Van Letten to Samantha Cunha. And Emily Ziegler brings this one in. It's taken out of bounds. Shayla Osmanski to take the corner kick here. Here it is. And it is caught by Nocito.
What a catch that was.
Yeah.
Leaping for that.
She had to jump up high to catch that there. This one's taken out. Karis Blakely gets this one to Riley Chomko. Blocked on the pass to Cunningham. Excuse me, Ziegler, I believe. Across. And it gets back into Pequannock zone, but Addie Van Letten's there for it. She tries to take it out, but it's blocked. And another great block from Karis Blakely. Off the head of Caitlin Ziegler. And this ball makes its way through at center with Emily Ziegler now with it. Now to Chomko. Riley Chomko taking this from the side. And this one will be pushed out of bounds by Waldwick, so the Panthers get this ball. And we're going to have a couple players change out here. McMahon and Chomko are going to be subbed off for Victoria Locke and Riley DeCumber. And now the play will resume once Ziegler gets to the ball, as she will be playing this one back inbounds. Brought in by Ziegler. This one gets taken up front to Karis Blakely. Blakely tries to bring it through. It gets taken right back out. Taken in Pequannock zone. It will go up high. Still a battle for it. And Van Letten takes this one out of bounds at center. Brought in. Battle for it. And this one's taken out. Great defense by Pequannock so far.
Yeah, Waldwick really trying here. Trying to keep the ball in Pequannock zone, but Pequannock just not allowing it whatsoever.
Yeah, like right there, another great block from Samantha Cunha. Kicked up high and taken out.
Both teams just really good on defense here in general.
And the statement is, defense wins championships. And this one's taken out by Karis Blakely, and it will go out of bounds. Brought back in off the head of Rahua Theron. It will make its way to center with Ortega, who gets the ball back for the Panthers as she'll bring this one in. Taken out to center again. Rachel Cunningham now with it. Cunningham gets tripped. No call. And it will go out of bounds. Also, we're a little bit past halfway in our first half with almost 15 minutes remaining. Of course, we're already past 20, but just going to give a heads up for the time check. So no call on that trip on Rachel Cunningham. But the ball will go out of bounds and Pequannock will have the possession. Brought in. Battle for it. Victoria Locke gets this one up front of the net. Battle for it. And it gets taken out. Kicked out the center now. Samantha Cunha now with it. And it gets taken by Kawash. And now out of bounds. It's taken out of bounds again. This time with Waldwick to bring this one back into play. Brought in. And Waldwick tries to bring this one in. Another great block from the Panthers here. Riley DeCumber. Addie Van Letten. And she'll take this one to the side, and it will go out of bounds.
Pequannock once again proving that saying that you had before about how defense wins championships.
That's a true statement there, as Urana brought this one back in, number 28. And big collision here between Urana and Caitlin Ziegler. Nearly got hit in the head, but it was a close call, just barely. That could have been a terrible injury right there for Caitlin Ziegler, as she's been a stud this season with her goals. Van Letten will kick this, as it was a foul on Waldwick. At front, makes its way there. Ziegler tried to go for it, but it was blocked with a bunch of players right at front, and this one will go out of bounds. Brought back into play, makes its way to Waldwick. And they'll take this one out of bounds again. Kicks to Cunha. And Ortega tried to get it, but it got picked off, and Waldwick now on the rush. Currently with it. And Caravia picked off by Van Letten, but taken back by Incaravia. And they'll shoot this one very wide of the net on the right side. Great defense by the Panthers. Apologies if you see a glare on our left camera. We have the windows closed. As it is very cold outside. It is 47 degrees here in Pequannock, New Jersey, and it's expected to get colder when the sun goes down. Trying to keep as little windows as open to keep the heat in the press box. This one's back in Pequannock zone. Now with it, Moron. Slide for it. And Pequannock tries to take it out, but still with it. Harrow tuning to the net. And no one there to tap this one in off the head. DeCumber tries to battle defensively. DeCumber takes this one out to center. Caitlin Ziegler to play this one. And a little battle for it still. Up front of the net was Emily Ziegler, who directed this one out of bounds. Kicked up high. DeCumber. Riley DeCumber takes this one out to center. Battle for it as Caitlin Ziegler hits Urana again. This time it was a, you could say, clean hit. It was legal. It goes off each other's chests. Rachel Cunningham takes this one through center. Caitlin Ziegler to Shayla Osmansky. She'll bring this one in. And it will go out of bounds. And here we are with the kick. And it will make its way to center. Karis Blakely kicks that one up high. And this one's taken out of bounds. And Pequannock will be getting the ball on this one. Katrina McMahon. Brings this one back in. And right here, Samantha Cunha. Brings this one into Waldwick's zone. Emily Ziegler nearly gets knocked down, but she finds her way and battles for this ball. And it's kicked out of bounds by Waldwick. Brought back into play. It goes out of bounds again. Pequannock continues with the possession here. Cunha brings this one back in. It will go off the head. And Emily Ziegler tries to battle for it. It will go out of bounds. And this will be Waldwick's ball. And they'll kick this one to center. Here's the kick out to center. It will go out of bounds again. Brought back in again. Through center, there's a battle for it. At center now. It will make its way to Katrina McMahon. Great play by McMahon, and she'll get this ball back. Caitlin Ziegler. Now Osmanski to Caitlin Ziegler again. Good hit by Caitlin Ziegler. Nothing called on that. This one's brought in on a breakaway. And Zoe Wisner with the save. She robbed Jennifer Kawash on that one. Diving for that. What a save. And this one's taken out.
What a save there. Like, what a save. Absolutely amazing there. Diving out of the goal, grabbing it from right out in front of her foot to stop her from ever scoring a goal.
Yeah,
Or from scoring the goal in general, I mean.
Jennifer Kawash was on a breakaway there. She was open, and she had the chance. And Zoe Wisner risked it all out of the net and basically did everything she could to save, and she was able to capitalize on that.
Basically, absolutely just denied her of scoring the goal. Just absolutely diving for that and ensuring that she wasn't going to score it.
Agreed, and this ball goes out of bounds in Waldwick's zone. And this one's brought back in, but it will go out of bounds again. And Waldwick will get the ball. Taken out to center. Battle for it between Ortega. Ortega makes sure she doesn't foul. And she won't. She gets knocked down, but nothing called on that. At center, it will get brought through and taken out of bounds. 5:58 to go in the first half. 1-0 Panthers. Ball is out of bounds again. And this one's played back in again. Taken out again. at center. Battle for it. This one's taken in. Pequannock zone. And a shot will be stopped by Wisner, but it will be a whistle, so it wouldn't have counted even if it went in. There was a foul on Waldwick, so Addie Van Letten will be taking the kick here for the Panthers. Kicked out. Through center. It will make its way to Ortega. Now with it is Shayla Osmanski. She'll get this one through. On the rush for it. And it will go out of bounds. McMahon. Off the head. Makes way to Shayla Osmanski. Shot towards the net. And it will go over. A little wide on the right side. Less than 5 minutes remaining as we reach our 4-minute mark in the first half. And Waldwick takes this one out. Off the head of Rachel Cunningham. McMahon brings this one in. Off of Shayla Osmanski to get this one in here. And we're going to have a foul on Pequannock. And Waldwick to kick now. Taken through center into Pequannock zone. Kicked up high. Off the head of Addie Van Letten. Battle for it out front of the net. It makes its way through. And Moron tries to play it, but it will go on the right side of the net. And Pequannock is able to get this one out, but it will go out of bounds. Waldwick plays this one back in. Cunha gets knocked down as the ball goes out of bounds. Waldwick to still continue with the play here, and it will go out of bounds once again, and the Panthers will get the possession this time. Cunha brings this one back in. Taken out of bounds again, and this time it was Waldwick who took it out of bounds, so it is Pequannock's ball. Brought back in by Cunha. Battle for it is Shayla Osmanski. And this one's kicked out of bounds once again by Waldwick. So Pequannock once again with it. This ball makes its way to Victoria Locke. Now to Katrina McMahon. Now to Riley Chomko. Chomko will try to battle for it, but it gets picked off by Rahula Theron, and another battle for it, and the Panthers get this one. Taken back again, and Panthers get it again. A lot of battles for it. Riley Chomko the shot, and it's stopped by Nocito. Less than 2 minutes remaining in our first half here. Pequannock leading 1-0. Shayla Osmanski was the one with the assist on the corner kick. It was tapped in. Kicked up high. Rachel Cunningham. And we have less than a minute remaining with 48 seconds to go. Ziegler trying to battle for it at center. And this one's played by Waldwick. And Jelena Urana to kick this one into Panthers. And we're going to have a whistle here. Van Letten to play this one. 15 seconds to go. Battle for it. Entering in now with 20 seconds left. Actually, they actually put time back on the clock, so we're going to have to fix that real quick. So there's actually 10 seconds. Our clock fell behind. I believe they blew that play dead for a second when they blew the whistle, but 4 seconds left. And now our first half will come to an end. Great first half by the Panthers, and also very hard battle on the defense for both teams here, as is very low scoring, as it's now only 1-0. So we'll be going into a quick 10-minute halftime right here on TJK Network. My name is Todd Kaiserzak, as well as Aiden Garcia reporting to you live this game on TJK Network. We're going to have a 10-minute quick intermission. Your score is 1-0 Pequannock. See you momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, welcome back to TJK Network for your second half. Pequannock currently leading 1-0. The goal was from a tap and assisted by Shayla Osmansky, who did the corner kick. And we're going to see what Pequannock can do in the second half. Also, today is my grandmother's birthday. She is turning 66 years old, so everybody wish her a happy birthday. She is in attendance with my dad in front of the box for this game. Here we are, getting ready for your second half kickoff. And here we go. And the battle for it on the sideline right now. And this one will go out of bounds. Waldwick putting on pressure as this ball will go wide left side of Zoe Wisner. Taken out. Battle for it. Off the head of Caitlin Ziegler, and this one will go out of bounds. Brought in once again in Pequannock zone. And they try to bring it, Waldwick tries to bring it up front of the net, and it's taken out. Still defensive pressure from Pequannock here. Battle for it. On the sideline here. Taken back in by Waldwick, currently with it now in Caravia. And taken out by Ortega with Davis on it now. Off the head of Riley DeCumber. And it's taken right back in, but deflected out. Caitlin Ziegler gets this one to center. Brought in off the head of Van Letten here. Shayla Osmansky tries to battle for it. Hit on Ortega, but the ball will go out of bounds. Brought in. Ortega. This one gets picked off. And now going in is Moran. Kicked in. Battle for it between Addie Van Letten. She gets it out, but not out of the zone. Ortega with great blocks, great defensive play. And Ortega will take this one through center. So far, a lot of offense being shown by Waldwick, as they are down by 1 right now. And to the net on a breakaway. Zoe Wisner robs Jennifer Kawash again. What a save. Dad, that guy's blocking the camera, you tell him. Sorry, you're blocking that camera. Your head. And we're going to have a whistle here. And this one will be taken Pequannock's direction here. And it's a foul on Waldwick and Addie Van Letten to kick for Pequannock. Here's the kick. Gets its way through. Caitlin Ziegler brings it to the net, and it will be picked up by Nocito. Kicked out to center. Karis Blakely will play this one in. Off the head. Gets its way through center. Waldwick tries to find their way, but Pequannock takes it back. Retreated back to Cunha. Her pass is blocked. And Cunha makes one last effort and will take this one out of bounds. Great play by Emily Ziegler. She'll get this one out. Now to Riley DeCumber. DeCumber to Shayla Osmanski. Brought in, and it will be taken out, but not out to center entirely. Clark's still in the zone. Riley DeCumber. Bound for it. Shot. And just wide. And number 12, Julia Levitsuk to kick this one out. Center. Battle for it. Shayla Osmanski gets it to Samantha Cunha. Brought in to Ortega. Ortega brings this one in. Emily Ziegler tries to look for a spot. Ziegler with a lot of pressure defensively on her. Ziegler gets this one picked off. And it will get taken out to center. McMahon brings this one to Rachel Cunningham. Gets it through. Shayla Osmanski with it. Osmanski to the net. And it's wide. Wide on the right side. And Julia Levitsuk kicks this one out. Riley DeCumber with it on the sideline. And it will just trickle out of bounds. And Waldwick will get this one. Coach McBurney not pleased with the call. And the refs will correct the missed call. And Pequannock now will be bringing this one in. Brought in. Shayla Osmanski. And it will be taken out of bounds. Pequannock still with it. Shayla Osmanski with it right now. And this one goes out of bounds. Pequannock once again still with it. This ball's brought back in and battle for it. Shayla Osmanski will take this one to the net and it will go out. Nocita will go out to pick up the ball. Out to center. Battle for it still. Kicked up high. It will make its way into Pequannock's zone. Battle for it. Through the defense. One-on-one battle here. Shot. Blocked. That shot was from Incaravia. And it gets taken out of bounds at center. Currently at center with it on a battle. Shayla Osmansky gets this one through. Shayla Osmansky to Ortega. Unfortunately, could not connect on the pass, but she will get this ball, but it will get knocked out of bounds. And the Panthers will get a corner kick. Shayla Osmansky to kick for the corner kick. Here we go. Foul for it at front still. And Waldwick gets this one out. This one will go out of bounds. Brought in. Emily Ziegler to Ortega. Shot. Stopped by Nocito. Kicked up high and out to center. Brought in to Waldwick zone. And they'll kick this one out of bounds here. Brought back into play. And Ziegler will get tripped on that. And it's brought in by Graham Mugla. Kicked in. Emily Ziegler trying to rush for that one there. She'll battle with Graham Mugla. And Ziegler finds a way. Now to Ortega. Shot from the side is blocked. And Samantha Cunha keeps this one in. Offensive pressure from the Panthers. Back to Cunha from Ortega. Cunha gets tripped. No call. Karis Blakely brings this one back in. Riley DeCumber tries to rush for that, but he gets kicked out of bounds from Waldwick, and the Panthers will bring this ball back in. Brought in. And a battle for it. It's Elizabeth Davis here for Waldwick. Panthers will try to hold on possession, but it will go out of bounds. And Julia Levetzuk to kick for this. Kicked out. To center. Battle for it. Rachel Cunningham. Karis Blakely to bring this one back in. And on a break was Ziegler for a second, but Carolina Nocita will rush out of her net to catch that one. This one was taken out center. And Pequannock rushing in once again. Samantha Cunha gets this one through, but it will go out of bounds. Out at center, and it gets brought back out again. Panthers still battle for it. Kicked up high by Ortega. Off the head of Shayla Osmansky. And Riley Chomko trying to catch up there. She'll kick this one out of bounds. Angelina Yorana, who had that initially. Brought back in. Panthers bring this one back in the zone, and Waldwick kicks this one out of bounds, and the Panthers get it again. Brought in. Rachel Cunningham with it. Now to Shayla Osmansky. She still tries to battle for it, and nobody there with the pass. It gets taken out. Samantha Cunha, though, rushes to keep it in the zone, but it will go out of bounds, left side of Nocito's net. Also, we would like to credit Bobby Van Riper, the one recording all the sideline shots of this game. We have used his footage for the trailers he provided to us, so all credits to him. Be sure to follow him on his Instagram at Van Riper Visuals. Brought back into play. Panthers were able to get this one out just on the sideline. Battle for it still. And Waldwick gets this one back into Pequannock zone. Taken out. Riley Chomko with it. Chomko. And Cunha. A lot of physical play in this series right here between the rematch. At center right now. Off the head. And Waldwick keeps this one going here. And Zoe Wisner will rush out of her net to stop this one right here. Battle for it. And the Panthers are able to break their way through. Riley Chomko entering the zone. Riley Chomko, unfortunately, doesn't hold on, and it will go through and will get kicked out. Panthers get this one back in, though, but it will go out of bounds. Panthers. Offsides. So now, the Panthers offsides. Waldwick will kick this one out. Waldwick entering the zone. Kicked in by Incaravia. Now rushing for it is Gramuglia. Brought in. This ball went out of bounds again. And it was brought in again. Up front of the net. Kaylin Zegler plays this one. And it finds its way to Ortega. She'll get this one out. Off the head of Elizabeth Davis. And it gets taken back into Waldwick's zone, and it will go out of bounds. kind of a cool thing to talk about here. Realized Waldwick here, their players' last names are actually on the jerseys, which is very rare for high school sports, as a lot of the high schools players, will pick their numbers, and of course, when they graduate, they have to give the jersey back for future players. So it's pretty cool to see some of these high schools give their players their own names on their back of their jerseys. Kicked up high. It'll make its way in Pequannock zone. Zoe Wisner will rush out of the net and will hold on. At center now, Caitlin Ziegler bringing this one in. And it gets picked off and taken out. Currently with it, Moran. And now, Harotunin, who got it taken out from the Panthers defense. Solid play. Brought in. Waldwick trying to set up here. Addie Van Letten takes this one, but it gets taken back and will go out of bounds. We've reached a little bit past halfway in our second half here. Still 1-0 Panthers with 19 to go. Addie Van Letten to kick this one out. And Waldwick holds this one in here. Pequannock pressuring defensively with Caitlin Ziegler right in front. And it gets passed from the side. Taken to the net. Stopped by Zoe Wisner. Addie Van Letten kicking here. Panthers trying to defend their 1-0 lead. Offensively trying to extend their lead by more goals. Now a pressure attack. Offensively from Waldwick. Shot from the side. Stop from Zoe Wisner. Shot from Jenna Harotunin. Battle for it. Enter the zone. And this one will go out of bounds. Kicked out from Samantha Cunha. Battle for it. And Pequannock player, Shayla Osmansky, gets knocked down. She is still down. But play will still continue with Ziegler bringing this one in. Shayla Osmansky did get up. And as the play continues, this one will go out of bounds. This one's taken out to center. Kicked up high. Addie Van Letten will take this one to the side. Battle for it with Katrina McMahon, and this one will get kicked out of bounds. And Pequannock will be able to kick here as Waldwick just fouled. Kick through center. And a battle for it at center. Shayla Osmansky. And Riley DeCumber now. Trying to play this one. Battle for it with Graham Mugla. And nice move by Shayla Osmansky as she'll enter the zone. Pass to Ortega. Now Osmansky. Shot. Scores! Osmansky makes this lead 2-0 now. What a play! Great move by Shayla Osmansky. At center now. This one's brought in. Karis Blakely battling defensively, putting on pressure. Waldwick is able to get this one through. They'll try to set up here. To the net, it will go wide on the right side. Kicked out. Battle for it. Shayla Osmansky trying to find her way. Waldwick with this kick right here from a Panthers foul. Kicked. And this one will go out of bounds here. At center now. Battling for it. It was Riley DeCumber. It will go out of bounds. Brought in. And great play by Emily Ziegler here. And this one will go out of bounds. Taken through center. It'll make its way in Pequannock zone. McMahon plays this one to the side. It will go out. And the Panthers will bring this one back in. Brought in. Shayla Osmansky. Caitlin Ziegler now with it. Caitlin Ziegler plays this through, but it gets taken. Panthers get it back. Emily Ziegler gets this one stolen, and both players will get knocked over. Riley DeCumber battling for it. Another battle with Samantha Cunha and Shayla Osmansky. She gets it to Riley DeCumber. Kicked. Out of bounds. Kicked up high. Goes through, does not make it to Addie Van Letten. And Shayla Zvansky plays this one in. I believe that may have been Rachel Cunningham, actually. Excuse me on that. And also, making his way into the box is Jason Krog here. Picked up high, this one will go out.
Indeed, it is I.
Welcome, Jason Krog, for the second half here.
So, I was just at the middle school county final. They lost 4-3 in overtime. Unlucky, but seems like it's going well here. So,
Zoe Wisner makes a save right here. Yeah, hard-fought game. Had to go to extra time.
yeah, they were up 3-0. They let in 3 right after, which was
Wow, that's unfortunate.
4 unanswered.
Reached less than 10 minutes remaining in our second half. Pequannock leading by a score of 2-0. Shayla Zmansky playing very solid this game. She has scored the second goal of the game right here, and of course assisted on the first one. Pequannock battling from the corner. Emily Ziegler with this one. Still a little battle for it, and officials will point towards Waldwick's direction. Kicked out. And this one will go out of bounds once again. And this one will make its way to the net. And Zoe Wisner will rush out, and she will make the stop. And Wisner kicks this one out. Kicked up high. Makes its way to Ortega. And this one will go out of bounds. This ball gets played to center. Waldwick putting on that pressure again. It's Katrina McMahon with the defense. Waldwick gets this one in, and it gets taken right out of bounds. Brought in again. Ortega kicks this one out again. Brought back into play. And this one's taken out of but not entirely out of the zone. This ball will make its way back to Zoe Wisner. Seven minutes remaining in the second half, folks. Picked up high. Battle for it with Incaravia. To the net, it's blocked by Van Letten, but it does make its way through, but she will take this one back. Now to Ziegler. It's taken to the net again. Zoe Wisner will rush out of her net and pick this one up. And she will play it. Now it's picked up, actually.
That's one good way to waste time, especially with not a lot left. Gotcha. Emily Ziegler has it back to her sister. It goes out, and it'll be Waldwick for the throw-in. Was a good step there. Not even letting taking it down.
A little bit of a physical play there. This game's been very physical. Also, the game of Hawthorne versus Lenape Valley will be happening right now. The kickoff is at 5:30 p.m. And that will be the other matchup that will take us to the finals. So we'll see how this goes. There's 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock here in this game. Nice block from Emily Ziegler as it will go out of bounds.
As much as that one was out, realistically, in club soccer, that was on the line. Even the edge of the ball was still on the line. So realistically,
Yeah.
that was still in.
And went out of bounds again after that, and Cunha brings this one back in.
I remember when I was young, I had a whole spiel on the fact that if the ball is on the line, even the slightest bit,
It's in bounds.
it is in.
Yeah. And it will go out once again. And Waldwick to kick this one.
Yeah. Substitution, Riley Chomko goes off and Riley DeCumber comes on.
Kicked out by Julia Levitzuk. And that one is out. As Jenna Harrow-Tunin tried to kick that one.
Somehow, as Waldwick kicks that one out, Waldwick gets the ball back.
At center. Kicked in by Graham Mugla. Kicked up high again. A lot of physical play once again. Off the head. Once again. Shot to the net. Wide of Zoe Wisner. Right side. Kicked out. But not entirely out of zone as Waldwick brings this one back in. Cunha on the rush here. She gets it to Van Letten and Riley DeCumber. Riley DeCumber turns this one over, though, to Moran. But the Panthers' defense strikes, and they will get this one out of bounds. It's tossed right back in. Riley DeCumber with it. DeCumber battling for this. Cunha. And this one gets taken towards the net. And now it makes its way to Van Letten to kick it up high and out the center. .235 remaining. Our clock was 10 seconds off. We just fixed that for y'all. Apologize for that. And Shayla Osmansky at center right now, battling with this one. Shayla Osmansky. Open right now. Shayla Osmansky making her way through. And she gets picked off. But the Panthers get it again. Shot. And it's just wide. Great move by Shayla Osmansky right there.
Oh, yeah.
Less than 2 minutes remaining now with 1:40 to go and counting in our second half here. Great block from Karis Blakely, but Waldwick will still take this one in. But Addie Van Letten's there, and she'll play this one
Waldwick
out
is
of bounds. And yeah, Waldwick gets that one there.
And a substitution for Waldwick. Can't, number 7.
That is Anna Moran, who got
I think
subbed
number
off.
15 is the other one.
And that is Ava Inkarvaya.
That's a foul, so Pequannock will get the ball with 55 seconds.
Yep, less than a minute. This is the final countdown right here.
Realistically, if she wanted to, she could hold this off for as long as she can, or not.
Which I thought she was going to do, but she will kick this one out. Not out of the zone, though. Riley DeCumber tries to battle for this one.
Good win.
And Addie Van Letten holds on. 27 seconds to go. Kicked, but kept in the zone from Gramugla. Battle for it. Kicked out with 10 seconds remaining.
We have 5,
And
2, 1.
there we go. And your Pequannock Panthers will make their way to the sectional final. They will beat Waldwick this year and take revenge from the PK loss last year with a 2-0 shutout from Zoe Wisner. And your Panthers will compete for the state sectional championship here at Pequannock Memorial Field. And we will be there, and that game will be on Monday, November 6th. And it's going to be a good one, folks, and be sure to tune in, as this Panthers team has high momentum. Anyways, this will conclude today's matchup here as Pequannock continues on their immaculate record and will improve to a record of 19-1, and Waldwick will be eliminated from the playoffs and will finish with a 14-4 record. And that'll be it, folks. And the Pequannock Panthers will play the winner of the Hawthorne Lenape Valley series. Hawthorne is the 6th seed, Lenape Valley is the 7th seed, as Lenape Valley upset the number 2 seeded Glenrock team. And that game is going on right now as it started at 5:30. So that will conclude our broadcast, folks. We hope you guys enjoyed this game, and we will see you on Monday for the state sectional championship game here on TJK Network.
Indeed, you will.
My name is Tyler Kasterzak, and
Jason Crow.
we hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody.